welcome to Cooking with Cori. I'm your host, Chef Cori Doern, and I'm also a proud media spokesperson for Foodland Ontario, because we all know good things grow in Ontario. Yeah, and this recipe is no different. This is an awesome Ontario bountiful recipe. We are making some beautiful ground lamb samosas. And not just any lamb, my friends, Ontario lamb. So for this recipe, which sounds kind of like challenging, but I'm going to tell you, it's super easy. The hardest part about this recipe is refraining from eating everything that you make, because gosh darn it, it is so good. So for this recipe, I've got some beautiful Ontario lamb. I've got some shredded Ontario carrots. I've got about 1.5 cups of that there. I've got some lovely Ontario cilantro. This lovely hothouse tomato from Ontario. I've got some powdered curry here, but if you wanted to use a curried paste for this, you absolutely could, no problem. Some ground ginger. You can take some ginger root and just grate it down, and there you go. And of course, some salt and pepper. So for this recipe, what you want to do, I have also an onion, the tomato. You want to make sure that everything is diced nice and fine. So I'm going to show you how the easiest way for you to do your onion. One is to cut off the tip so that you have a nice flat surface to start your cut from. The gas is located right here in the tip where the root is, so you want to kind of make sure you want to keep that part intact, and by keeping it intact, you're not going to be crying when you're cutting onions. I am wearing glasses, but it's not the glasses that are protecting me from the onion juice, although I have seen onion goggles, and I've always thought that was kind of funny. You don't need to buy onion goggles for something like this. Just breathe through your mouth. Don't breathe through your nose, breathe through your mouth when you're cutting the onion. Also make sure that when you are peeling your onion, like I am right now, you want to remove the skin, this part right here. It's tough, even as an Ontario onion goes, as beautiful as they are, this is going to be kind of dry and papery, and it's not going to add to your recipe. So I peeled back the onion, and for this recipe, which you can find at foodlandontario.ca, I'm going to use my paring knife. I'm going to do 2 knives to this. I'm just going to cut it down and the thickness for the mince that I want for this onion. And you can see I'm going all the way through the onion, but I'm not going all the way to the root, because that way I can keep it intact so that when I do my dice, it's not going to fall apart on me. And this is a really great way for you to control how thick you want your slices to be. I know that this recipe asks for mince, and I totally agree with it, that you do want nice little pieces of onion in it, as opposed to big chunky pieces. And so here I've used my paring knife to outline it, and now I'm going to use my chef's knife just to get a beautiful dice, mince to be more specific, on this onion. And then you would do the same with the other half. And here you can see this is just an absolutely perfect dice for this recipe. The other thing that we are going to dice up for this lovely recipe is a tomato. There's lots of fun ways that you can dice up a tomato. You can do it the way I'm about to show you, which is to treat it like a grid. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here, is treat this this tomato like it is my own personal grid. And again, I'm not cutting all the way through. I'm just cutting it to shape it, so that way when I do actually cut it, it will not fall apart on me. And I want that tomato to be about the same size as the onion. There we go. And as you saw, again, my hand in a claw position, cutting right through. I have a beautiful dice of my tomato for this recipe. How lovely is that, right? Awesome. Also for this recipe, you're going to have some lovely cilantro. I know that there are folksy woksies who are not big fans of cilantro. A fun fact that I heard, I'm going to encourage you to check it out, just in case I've been misinformed, but people, 10% of the population, think cilantro tastes like soap. And the reason that they think it tastes like soap is because they're missing that in their makeup. The more cilantro that you eat, the less soapy it will taste. I'm going to say I think that's true, because I wasn't a big fan of cilantro, and now I love it. I can't get enough. So into your saute pan, you are going to put your ground lamb, your beautiful Ontario ground lamb, your 1.5 cups of shredded carrot, your diced onion, your diced tomato, your cilantro. You're going to, once the lamb is browned, you're going to incorporate all of those beautiful ingredients, and what you're going to end up with is right here, this beautiful mixture for your filling for your samosa. And it doesn't get any more yummy than this. I always ask for smell-o-vision to be invented because this smells crazy, crazy, crazy delicious. So let's get showing you how we do a samosa. So I'm just gonna move this over here. And I'm gonna move my cutting board out of the way because I can do it right on this plate. So you can go to your store and get either egg roll wrappers or wonton wrappers. The egg roll wrappers are about twice the size of the wonton wrapper. They're about this long. So you're just gonna wanna, whoops, there you go. You're just gonna wanna cut it in half. For this recipe, I was able to find some wonton wrappers. And to the wonton wrapper, I'm just going to lightly run my finger into the water and over the corners, just like this. And I take my absolutely gorgeous filling. You don't need a lot. You think you need a lot, but you really don't need a lot. And then it's up to you how you want to fold it. I'm going to do it like this. And there you go. It is done. There is one beautiful samosa. Don't believe me how easy that was? Look at me. I'm going to do another one. How long did that one take? Like 10 seconds? Once you've got your filling done, I'm going to encourage you to taste it. This is where I say to you that a recipe is like a guideline. So if you like it a little spicier, use a spicier curry or add some, more heat to it. If you like it a little bit more savory, then, maybe go with a more mild curry. Or if you want to please your guests and you don't know if your guests like spicy or not, when you serve this dish, serve it with either a mild or a spicy peach chutney. Would be really, really delicious. So once you finish doing your samosa, then you are going to brush it with a little bit of oil. You're going to put it on parchment paper, and you're going to put it in your oven and bake it. Every oven is different, so I'm going to encourage you to kind of monitor it a bit. Whenever I see a recipe, I tend to go to the air on the side of caution. So if it says 10 minutes, I'll only put it in for 7 minutes, and then you can check to see just how fast it is cooking up. And ready to see the gorgeousness? Look at these samosas. Oh my gosh, they are so good. I can't even believe how delicious they are. So easy to make, so beautiful, crispy on the outside, flavorful on the inside. Yum! With Ontario lamb, can you go wrong? Of course, you can put the filling any kind of meat you'd like, or if you want to go vegetarian, that's totally up to you, but these are delicious as is. Enjoy them with chutney. We'll see you next time, and remember, good things grow in Ontario.